Greetings, everybody. My name is Coin, and welcome to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Today's a pretty big episode, but before we begin, I'd like to take just a moment to thank our current contributors, our current financial backers during this time interval. I do not have any subscribers or patrons or one-off contributors from other platforms, but I would like to thank Mr. Raspy for his continued Valkyrie tier membership over at Coffee. If you guys want your names on these placards and you like my work, or you generally want to, thank me in some capacity, consider chucking some coins at me. For $1 a month on Patreon or Coffee, you too can get your name on these placards. But, or, Twitch members or a Twitch subscription, or, a one-off contribution on Coffee or other serviceable platforms also works. It's my way of giving back to you guys. It's the smallest thing I have to give back to you guys. I have plenty of other benefits too. Emotes, semi-exclusive content, or rather content you get to view before, anyone else does. Stuff like that. All that and more is available if you choose to chuck some change at me. Otherwise, why don't we play the camera adjustment minigame, shall we? Oh, good to see everyone. Hopefully we're all doing well in both body and mind. And Mr. Jason, if you are in fact watching, and you're lurking, I want you to know that I hope everything goes well for you. You don't need to respond to that. I just want to talk at you. I want to make sure that you're doing okay. I'll probably check in with you after today's stream, actually. Just to make sure everything's all right. I want you to know you have someone in your corner, along with your real-life friends, of course. I'm going to be out of drink here momentarily, but that's fine. So, what happened last time? Well, I'll first report that I did not do anything on camera, or off camera, excuse me. Like the stuff that you guys saw me leave with last time is the stuff we have now. We finished up all of the Korok seeds in the Thyphlo region. It took us a little bit to do, but we got there. And we started working on the caves and stuff. That's kind of our point of order before going into the depths. If you guys want to follow along as we find all the light roots, collect all the Korok seeds, and so on, do feel free to use !TOTK MAP in the Twitch chat, or asterisk TOTK MAP on YouTube. If you guys are on my Discord, please, you can look at the content, at the commands section, and not the soundboard commands, like the soundboard archive, just the commands. I think it's just one thing now. I have, commands, like basically anything on Twitch and YouTube that shares a command. I've listed the Twitch command. You just change out the symbol. The stuff that is YouTube specific already has the intact symbol on it. So if you want to use that as a reference guide, like TOTK ing meta is one of those commands that is YouTube specific, because YouTube has a different character limit compared to Twitch. I have all kinds of resources available for you on my Discord. Please consider joining it. And that resource is free to look at. There's no membership paywall or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. That said, why don't we go over the plan? So our plan is to finish up the finish up the caves, quickly grab the stuff in the depths that we have not yet grabbed, including like light roots and stuff. And then after that, we will be good to go into the actual Eldin region. We're Eldin region, and we're gonna be dealing with story mode stuff. Isn't that nice? But let's get through here first. We gotta get through our veggies before we can get to the meat and potatoes. Gotta eat the vegetables. We are at 570 Koroks. I still cannot believe we've gotten 57% of the Koroks. It's just, I'm completely floored by the... Let me also make sure everything on Twitch and YouTube is working functionally. It looks like it is. I still just cannot believe that we have done so much. We're 47 episodes in, and I have no wonder I'm hearing something strange. You guys might be too. There we go. I had to mute my TV. I forgot to turn it off. I've been playing stuff on my computer without my headphones or anything. I just can't replace the headphones I have, and my ears can only tolerate maybe half an hour of the earbuds at most, and even then, even repeated uses over, like, multiple half-hour uses over multiple days of the week make my ears just so sensitive. So I've been playing without the sound. It's been really nice. We have this well. I don't think the wells usually don't have they usually don't have bubble frogs. That doesn't mean this one doesn't. This one actually might have a bubble frog in it. So we're gonna poke around a second. But with any luck, you know, we won't how are we doing on bright bloom seeds actually? Oh, I'm almost good to start selling them off. I usually get like 999 bloom seeds, and I've been selling those to like just when we accrue them, because I only ever use the big bright bloom seeds, because the little ones don't do all that much for me. They're useful in a pinch, they're useful early, but when you start farming the big stuff, I like the big bright bloom seeds, I don't want to use anything else. I like having all this light to work with, and I don't get that anywhere else, or by using anything else. Not even our glow suit gives off as much light as these bright bloom seeds do. The glow caps don't. Just gonna go and quickly grab those. Drop back down. Just gonna kind of like get up here a second. Come on, drop back down. So, how is everyone's day? You know, mine's all right. I got done with the laundromat this morning. Our washing machine went out, so we had to take our stuff to the laundromat. Yay! But we didn't have to pull out any quarters, because the laundromat near us that we use actually has. See, I want to say that is. Oh, that's just a slit between the rocks. Tulin, shouldn't you be like over here, buddy? Why are you way back there? Do I want to know why? Yeah, so I had to like wash clothes at the laundromat, and I don't need to get that. That chest like respawns, like its contents randomized. So I'm fine not grabbing it. So I had to wash I had to machine wash the, I mean, okay, machine wash isn't right. I had to wash things at the laundromat because our washing machine was out, which is a frustrating experience to say the least. Speaking of washing machine, it's not only frustrating for me, but for my parents too. But I might be taking breaks at awkward points today, just to kind of like double check the laundry. I am responsible for my laundry, as well as my stepmother's laundry today. So, if you're wondering, you know, why the heck are you leaving at odd points, and why are you whipping out the commercial breaks at weird points? That's why. In other news, though, I am very pleased with myself today, because after I, you know, was doing the laundry and other stuff, today's dinner is crab salad sandwiches. And I was in charge of making the crab salad, so I made the crab salad. I put a picture of it on my Discord. I might use my Instagram for food pictures, because I think that's a side of myself that's very photogenic. Food is always a photogenic experience. I don't care who you are. Like, how do I put this? Let me also like make ourselves a hover bike here. Food is always a photogenic experience for me. I enjoy taking pictures of it. I enjoy cooking it. I enjoy eating it. I'm a huge foodie. I'm trying to be a little bit less of one because weight. But culinary journeys are always so fascinating to go down. For example, a culinary journey one might not think about that much is licorice. Licorice is quite delicious. But if you have licorice plain, you wouldn't know that. Because the real secret is to get it from like a good licorice company. Even Twizzlers is acceptable. The strawberry pull and peel, fantastic. That's like a huge guilty pleasure of mine is the pull and peels. I love that stuff. But actual good licorice too. I believe there's licorice.com that like does licorice. There are also other companies that you can get from like local dollar stores and stuff. Or other company products from like the local dollar store. What is the deal? I put a treasure chest here. Why? Huh. I guess we're gonna find out. It's probably in the cave itself, if I had to guess. If I had to say myself. What did you really? Come on, man. That's the Marauder wolf. Come on. Excuse me. I've heard that the Yiga clan had a branch in this area. If that's true, then it's important I give it a wide berth. Do you know the Yiga clan or this nefarious branch of theirs? Never heard of them. Is that right? How odd. I could have sworn I've seen you running around the Gerudo Desert before. Well, if you're also lost, then perhaps I could guide you to my master in the beyond. Die, traveler. Die, monster. Freeze. Maybe. Oh, I need to put some parts on this. What do we want to do here? Die. Can't run too far away from this thing, though. Nameless Traveler. Never ever trust a nameless traveler. If my experience in Risen has taught me anything, that's a different game, by the way. If my experience in Risen has taught me anything, it is that nameless travelers become deadbeats who drink if you give them the latitude to sit and stew on their failures for too long. Or, you know, they become unwitting pawns in a scheme. That almost always happens. I would love to bring... there are lots of games I would love to bring to you guys, but the Merida Branch Yiga clan. Huh. Interesting. Master Koga. Who's there?
Hmm?
You're Link. Come to free our tailor, have you? You'll have to get through us first. Those are some nice laughs. Let me just return to giving these guys a big old wallop. Bye. Fistful or face full of puff shroom. Where's your mighty banana, huh? You're supposed to have one of those. Oh well. You got papers? No. I could have swore that there would be more to this than just... Whoops. Accidentally stumbled into a Yiga clan base. But no, that's exactly what happened. Let me... Maybe this would be a bit better. I guess I wasn't expecting to bump into a Yiga clan stronghold, but it's fine. I mean, we could take the time to stock up using, arrows and stuff. I think it's fine, personally. But, going back to the crab salad, I quite enjoy crab salad, and I've really been on a, artificial crab kick lately. It's delicious. I know it's made of fish. I know it's mostly like Alaskan cod or whatever, or sometimes it's tilapia, but I mean, it's still delicious. It still flakes like crab. It's just not as expensive. Read the Yiga Clan Journal? Absolutely. We're here to invade everyone's privacy. Watch your own privacy. There's something along those lines. This cave is a natural fortress made up of 5 chambers. All members are to memorize the route to the hidden room containing our uniforms and the map of all our branches. Remember, follow the eyes of the frogs. The punishment for letting this secret out will be most severe. Death. Death will be our punishment for letting out the secret. But guess what? Link evades death. My goodness. Axel and wonderful, wonderful people. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Axel and wonderful people. Good to see everyone. And good to see you again, Axel. It's been quite a while. How are things with you and everyone else? Hopefully, you all have been enjoying... Oh, you all enjoy your stay here. How was the stream, if and you don't mind sharing? And of course, if you have to cut and run, Miss Axel, that is also perfectly fine. I know what that's like. Honest. If you guys don't know who Axel is, if you've been tuned in here, please go check her out. She's been working really hard on her content lately. I wish I could join the streams. It's just not at a time that matches up with my schedule very well. I continue to apologize for this. The last I knew, Axel was playing Alice Return to Madness or whatever it was. But apparently it's Dead Space now. How is Dead Space? Hopefully it's been fun. you know, shredding mutants and stuff. I know like the basic premise of Dead Space. I have Dead Space 3 on Xbox One, so I've played a bit of it. Axel says, I'm sorry I'm not watching your streams lately. No worries. You don't want too many spoilers with Tears of the Kingdom, but you appreciate the streams very much when you come. Thank you for your presence, Miss Axel. Much appreciated. Axel then goes on to say, been playing Dead Space now. It's pretty nice. Pretty tiring, too. Yeah, I could imagine so. There's like a... fighting the same enemies over and over and over, and they're not the easiest things in the world to defeat, is quite the, well, I mean, Dead Space has just always been like that. Like, combat kind of becomes a resource snag after a while. Not to mention dying over and over, you know, whether it's getting yourself mauled by a mutant or being burned alive or etc, etc. It's like the gameplay is hard, but it is rewarding if you could get through it. Dying over and over again. And then Axel goes on to say Dead Space being Dead Space. Yup. Too true. That's you die more times, or not you specifically, but like you'll die in Dead Space more times than, you know, well-polished World of Warcraft raiding groups in Mythic tier content. Because by the end of a raid, there's usually like a collection of 25, 30 skeletons piled around a boss. Something like that from my old raid days. Axel asks, how's Tears of the Kingdom going? I'm glad you asked. In the interest of not spoiling you, I won't pull up the map or anything like that. But we are hopefully going to the second of the canonical phenomena in the region today. We have to get through the rest of the like great Hyrule Forest area, the Thyphlo area first, which is why we're here. But then after that, today is going to be pretty big on story spoilers. So sorry, did not mean to get my tongue tied there. Okay, so this treasure icon must have been here. For those that are coming in from Axel's stream, hi, my name is Coin. I am an action-adventure and RPG enthusiast. That's primarily what my channel is all about. If you guys like RPGs, JRPGs, CRPGs, you know, ARPGs, JRPGs, and so, or, you know, the newly minted French RPG, the FRPG. If you guys enjoy that sort of stuff, you guys will like my channel. I do want to play Clair Obscura at some point, but Coin has to have money, and Coin is trying to save up for a gym membership right now, like a whole year's worth at a time. So Coin is not going to be buying any new games for a while. But if you guys like RPG content, you will generally, or even Metroidvanias. I've played Bloodstained, Blasphemous, and other stuff. You guys will enjoy the content. Hello, Mr. Shiny. Welcome on in. Good to see you again. Hopefully you're doing well in both body and mind, and that goes for everyone else as well. And hopefully you enjoy your stay. Mr. Shiny says, gym membership, that's a great investment. Yeah, in the US it ain't cheap. I'll tell you what, a year's membership is like, I want to say it's like around $150 to $200 for a year. And, you know, some of that depends on what kind of membership package the gym has. Some only let you do 6 months at a time. Others will let you go the full year. I'm trying to like have enough to make a gym payment so that I could start going to the gym, because my health ain't getting any better by sitting and streaming. I love streaming, don't get me wrong. I love sharing my gameplay experiences with everyone, but and I would love to go on walks. Like if I could safely go on walks in my neighborhood, I would. I would do that and would use calisthenics to kind of get around not having a gym, but it's just not safe for me. It's not safe for me to, you know, be walking around in my neighborhood. If it meets out at the, I'm not that far from a road that leads to a U.S. highway. Yeah, not like I've gotten grabbed by, you know, people working the streets before. Thankfully. You hear that off in the distance, my senators and inductees? That is an ad storm. In about 5 minutes, it'll blow over us, and then we can get right back to the gaming. Thanks. That, my fine friends, is the 5-minute warning for commercial breaks. I know that we've only been together maybe half an hour, but I am trying to keep things synchronized nicely. So kind of think of this kind of early break. We got a late start today, and I do apologize for that. Think of the awkward break as the cost of doing business more than anything. Axel says, I love the warning for ads. Thank you. I worked hard on that. I played around with a lot of filters in Audacity to get it just right. And it's supposed to kind of sound like an announcer over comms or something. So I think I did a pretty good job with that. This is my cue to say, if you like my content, or you like me, or you want to keep up with me, or whatever fits your fancy, really. Oh, there's the hole right there. You know, consider following on Twitch or subscribing on YouTube. Both are free. Why not both? Let's just do this. Just ascend right on through that. And since Mr. Jason isn't here, I need to do this myself. We do have a Discord. I work really hard on it. I think I mentioned it at the start of the stream, but it's worth mentioning again, because I work damn hard on it. We are a quiet community. I am looking to cultivate it, you know, one human soul at a time, but it does take time to do that. So please do tell your friends and family about the channel, you know, coworkers, or other people you think may be interested in, you know, streams of action, adventure, and RPG titles. Because I do want to increase the Discord. I do want to be a bigger streamer after like 7 years of doing it. I would like to be bigger than I am, but I'm satisfied where I'm at too. So no worries. But we share we do talk to each other sometimes. I post pictures in there, both personal ones and thumbnail. I release thumbnails to you guys. All kinds of stuff is in my Discord. Do feel free to click the link and poke around. Onboarding is completely automatic, so you don't even have to worry about clicking anything unless you just want extra notifications. And this will be the time where I transition us to the commercial break. It'll transition at the top of the hour. There will be a timer in the upper left-hand corner of the video display. There will be, that timer is 3 minutes long. There are 3 minutes of commercials. I wish I could have a shorter amount of commercials, but this is what works best for not only you guys, but also myself. I need the time to walk around and stretch my own legs. Just beat away the deep vein thrombosis, right? So I highly encourage everyone to get up, take a break for themselves. This is the top of the hour, or if I ever have to step away from my desk for more than 10 seconds. Those are the only 2 times I run ads. Otherwise, there are no ads the rest of the time. So this is to structure the streams to avoid the fear of missing out or anything of the sort. And after that timer is over, the commercial break will be over before you know it. Promise. Miss Axel says, you deserve to be bigger. I hope I can follow your streams more. Thank you. I appreciate it. When it's not a game you plan to play later, valid. Totally valid. But you're very entertaining. Thank you, Miss Axel. I much appreciate that. Well, we do have about a minute, maybe some odd seconds, so let's get to talking to our friend, the Taylor. Finally, I've been waiting. If a pretty lady is in distress, the hero will arrive to save her. Everyone says so. So this is entirely expected. But that's strange. The hero is supposed to carry a legendary sword. See you guys after a legendary break. sorry about that, everybody. I am back. Let me go ahead and catch up on missed messages before moving forward. Got caught up in a little bit of discussion with the people I live with, so I apologize for my lateness. Let me just go ahead and flicker the YouTube chat a couple of times. I don't see anything. Twitch chat. Mr. Shiny said, I apologize my business on the stream is short-lived. No need, but I appreciate the apology anyway. But you have urgent business to do before you can relax. Do whatever you got to do. Mr. Jason had business to do as well. So he's normally here, but life happens. That's life. Let's swap it over. So back to our legendary dialogue that we had to stop midway on. But that's strange. The hero is supposed to carry a legendary sword. And that weapon on your back? It doesn't look legendary at all. Not even when I squint. I guess the hero is just a fairy tale. Ma'am, even if I weren't the hero, I still rescued you. Me? I've been making outfits for the Yiga clan since they kidnapped me. I mean, I like fashion, but I couldn't even sew. Did they listen? No, of course not. It wasn't so bad once I got used to it, though. Honestly, I've been getting a little attached to the outfits I make. Attached enough that I don't want to hand them over to the Yiga clan anyway. This isn't my size, but it might fit you. Here, take it so it can keep it out of their grimy mitts. Tights supplied to members of the Yiga clan. The soft material on the soles silences footsteps, but protection is lacking due to the light material. Gonna leave already, sadly? No worries, Axel. You explained you didn't want spoilers. I'm perfectly fine with that. You try to get no spoilers from the game? Understood. Axel goes on to say, enjoy the game in the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by and bringing your wonderful people here. If I can, I'll try to visit soon. When my schedule lines up more. You've got my word on that. And I try really hard not to break that word. That said, my lovely senator and inductee, Miss Axel, do stay safe. Do enjoy yourself. Rest well and be well. And I hope to see you sooner rather than later. And by soon, I mean when I'm playing a game you're not interested in playing. Axel says, I'm currently doing a daily stream series while I'm unemployed. Honestly, streaming every day. Understood, Miss Axel. Honestly, if you're not employed and you're looking for work, if you've put in the applications you're supposed to hit for the day in, might as well stream. Might as well make content of some kind. Content creation's a roll of the die, right? Like, yeah, there's some skill in making thumbnails and stuff, but and there is some strategy in how you market yourself and what your brand is, but at the end of the day, you're still appealing to people's interests. And that's luck. I've been doing this for 7 years, at least. And I've been rolling the die every day I stream. And I'm grateful that after 10 or 100,000 rolls, I've met all of you. I could not be happier. Axel says, currently day 11 of being unemployed after graduating. Yikes. I'm sorry to hear that, Axel. I hope you find employment soon. Because you went through all that schooling. I would hate for that to go to waste. That always sucks. I think as a fallen former STEM major myself, I'm speaking from my heart on this. Going through and getting all the education, only to turn around and essentially have it be a waste. Not because you didn't want it to be a waste, but because you couldn't finish. Or, it's just not in demand is frustrating. Axel says, hopefully. I agree. You've got my prayers on that. You kind of need to pay rent. Then I hope it's soon. I'll be sending prayers and energy your way, Axel. You've got my word on that. Let's get to reading this dialogue, shall we? T, careful. Folks will think you're part of the Yiga clan. Enjoy the stream. Thank you, Axel. Enjoy whatever it is you're going to be doing. Folks will... oh my goodness. I need to redo this sentence a third time. Teehee, careful. Folks will think you're part of the Yiga clan if you wear the complete set. But these tights are so nice, a little coordination of any kind could really snazz up your look. Thanks for coming to save me, really. You might not be the hero, but you are my prince. Am I your blue prince? Da-da-da. Vampiricism. I don't know, I had to come up with something. I had the Rolodex of YouTube, like machinima shorts and like stuff roll through, and it landed on Manslayer stuff, so I had to say something. Read the Yiga Clan journal? Absolutely. We've received deployment info from the hideout. All interested parties should contact the head of their desired division. Mercantile Division manages sales of weapons and provisions to Yiga clan members. Requirements: basic counting ability, conversational aptitude. Research Division researches and develops new applications for Zonite parts. Requirements: crafting skill, an ear for naming. In what world is naming important? Training Division oversees the improvement of all members of the Yiga clan. Requirements: resilience, mastery of the earthquake technique. Training available through the Training Division. Distribution Division supplies materials to the depths hideouts. Requirements: can read and write, confident in own strength. Oh, so you can be a weakling, but as long as you're confident, you can do the job. Cool. All right. Well, we did get... let me delete that pin. We did get the bubble frog that's here. And so unless I see anything else, I think we're good, because we had this hole down here. We had that back there. And we had... this was the bin where we pulled some mighty bananas from. So this here would be, I think, the last place. But this is where we found the first Yiga journal. So... alright, I think we have everything we're looking for. We can get out of here. So, for those that are coming in and are new to, like, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom engine games, this is Tears of the Kingdom. It's the sequel, it's the direct sequel to Breath of the Wild, developed by Al Numa and his development team. It takes place about 5 years after... I don't know what this chest is here for. It might have been like a random treasure chest that is no longer there. I'm gonna fly by this, but I don't think there's a chest here. No, there's not. All right, we can move then. What was I saying? Right. I was explaining Tears of the Kingdom in general. Like I said before, it's a direct sequel. Takes place 5 years after the events of, the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. It mechanically behaves both different and the same. You don't have the same powers. But the general combat mechanics are the same. Like, you still cook. Hello. I missed a cave. I definitely missed a cave somewhere, and I'm figuring out where. Oh, no. Okay, that's there. Oh, no, I need to keep going this way. That's what it is. I haven't gone far enough. And it's just, instead of one map, you have 3. And it's like, there's more things to do. with the same game engine, which, if you like big, open-world, action-adventure games, you will like Tears of the Kingdom. And it is considered the more technically advanced game. You make machines to fly, or to solve various puzzles, or do other stuff. Nice, I got stopped midway. The plot is, of course, I wouldn't say it's better or worse. The plot is just is. It's a sequel. It's gonna behave like a sequel. I think the way in which the sequel is laid, or the plot is laid out, is fine. Also, unlike Breath of the Wild, which didn't really have any horror elements to it, it was meant to be like this somber, sad, post-apocalyptic game. You know, this is still like post-apocalypse, but like there's you got the gloom hands. You got, you know, the 5 grabby jazz hands that, you know, spawn a phantom afterwards. Okay, and the sensor pretty much is telling us that there is a Shrine of Light nearby, but it's in a cave. And it's probably this cave. This exact one right here. Yep, that's another thing, as now instead of, you know, the map is simultaneously compressed, you know, horizontally. Like, more of Hyrule is contained in the same plains, but there are 3 different maps. You have the skydiving portion, you've got the underground portion, and then you've got the surface. Not only do you have these cave systems, but you also have ways to get into the underground, which is what I'm demonstrating today. Oh, did I not take a picture of you? I did take a picture. Cool. Ah! Let me very quickly, like, control this particular one. I'm gonna push him way back here. This is hilarious. I always did love doing this in Breath of the Wild. It's the Frost Shock combo, where you essentially just keep cycling through weapons in order to, or keep cycling through frost weapons and ice weapons and electric weapons, excuse me, in order to lock an enemy down. The iteration in Breath of the Wild where it first appeared is better for, like, area of effect crowd control. This one's been a little bit more tailor-made for single, you know, one-on-one combat. There is still an explosion, like electric nova that can disarm, but it doesn't, like, necessarily stun groups the same way, because there's a new way to do that combo. You need an opal gem and a scepter, and you two can create that combo. It's actually its own thing now. You're not making, like, a half-baked version of it using an ice, an electric weapon at the same time. Hello, I'm gonna totally not freeze you out. Let me just grab... let me get a mallet of some kind. What do I have on hand? Oh, a reaper. I could do it like that. Well, that wasn't too hard. What do you have in here, Mr. Like? Forest Dweller's Shield. I'm gonna get rid of the Hunter Shield once again, because I think we can take a photo of this. We sure can delete that. Please tell me that worked. It did. Okay. What I could do is, like, fuse the Forest Dweller's Shield to it. Oh, and I guess we have, like, the text we need to read as well. The Koroks made this shield specifically for Hylians. It's made from the finest hardwood of trees that only grow in Korok forests, so it's sturdier than it looks. Okay, we're gonna fuse that. I did not mean to fuse that shield there, but it's fine. It just means that we can't take it to places where it's gonna be burning. I still need to, like, get rid of this battery. Or, like, this huge battery. That's been nothing but painful. Let's see. Yeah, let's use this. And unlike in Breath of the Wild, with Tears of the Kingdom, you mine ore in caves now. Like, you can still find it in some spots, on the in, like, mountainous areas. But my understanding of it, in this game, is that, you specifically need to go spelunking in order to get these. You're not gonna be able to do that just willy-nilly. Mining in the depths, you can mine in the depths, but it's all zonite ore. You're not getting anything else. Oh, what was I saying? I guess this. I like that there's more monsters, but technically the one that's guarding this, we're just gonna drop Bigoron's sword real quick and, like, drop. Okay, I don't want to do that. That's a good way to get something torched. Let's do it like this, and maybe drop the... Oh, I really should probably drop the... Let's drop this. And we're gonna fuse this spear to the sword. And then... we can destroy this because I don't care about it. Let's bring out horns we don't care about that much. So, weapons in this game, the metallic weapons in the previous game are defunct. They are decayed. You can find pristine versions of them later, but generally speaking, you're going to want to kill lots of monsters so that you can get their horns, and their horns make good weapons on the surface and in the depths, but they're meant to be like the gloom made all the weapons everyone was using, decay, like the rusting curse in Baldur's Gate 1, where none of the metal would be strong enough to make metallic alloy out of. So weapons were wood or not at all. It was an awful time for the people of Baldur's Gate, absolutely. Let's see, there's 1, 2 of these. I guess I can put... Let's use 2 Frox horns. And then a silver Lizalfo's horn. Sure, something like that works just fine. We're going to do that. And last one gets the silver Lizalfo's horn. There. All our weapon slots are filled with awesome and fantastic weapons. Gotta keep it going. This game kind of gets into a gameplay loop after a while, where, you kind of have to, like... You're always looking out. Oh, that was real close. You gonna jump down? Yeah, you're gonna jump down. Okay, let me be smart. And let me drop these guys down. And maybe disarm them of their weapons. We'll just knock them right on out. Oh, there are 2 treasure chests in here. This is a huge cave, I guess. Alright. One. Tulin, please don't shoot the bright bloom seeds or, like, other valuable loot in here. I really want that stuff. And if he shoots it, it's destroyed. So it is absolutely not very useful at all. Pretty sure this is our way back out. So we can kind of like take the left and the right. I believe our chest was on the right-hand side. But yeah, basically the gameplay loop is just, you know, go through the overworld. Whether you start in surface or sky does not much matter. Start somewhere. You know, do the stuff you want to do. Do random puzzles to get Korok seeds. Kill enemies that you bump into in the overworld for their horns. You use those horns in various branches that you might find. Whether that be a, you know, a simple wooden stick or like a gnarled stick like what I bump into these days. Just something along those lines. I'm gonna use this so that we can break it and have a chance to find it in the depths. You know, just rinse and repeat. And yes, Taluses they don't have horns, but they do have hearts we can use for pretty much about the same effect. You complete shrines, you turn in the shrines, you do side quests. You know, you do the story, you find the main characters, you go through the dungeons. You know, do it ad nauseum until it's done. Just gonna get our sapphire rod back. Yeah, it's just that straightforward. That's all there is to it. I oversimplified the game pattern a bit because there are things like finding all of the clothes, or, you know, killing certain numbers of certain kinds of enemies that we're gonna bump into later, or, you know, dragon farming, which we've not gotten into yet, but we will. You know, we absolutely will get into stuff like that. And let me just go. Oh, okay. No, I think what I'm finding out here is that this cave is kind of like it's a bit of like a fan, and then it comes back up to a point over here. This probably is gonna be a puzzle, but let's see that for ourselves. And then I suppose you upgrade yourself. I've explained the whole gameplay pattern. Like, it's similar to Breath of the Wild because, you know, it's the sequel game. But at the same time, there are enough differences that they're kind of like a different kind of game from one another. They really truly are. They really are different games from each other. One is more confined, one is much more expansive and has more ideas, it's more polished. There are lots of good things contained in each game. There are reasons to like Breath of the Wild over Tears of the Kingdom. There are reasons to like Tears of the Kingdom over Breath of the Wild. Like, I do sincerely mean that. Okay, we had the one there. I think the only thing left for us is to go into the depths. I'm pretty sure we've covered everything that is not going into the underground and marking these light routes. The way I handle the depth is we go and get the light route, and then I will map out the depths on my own. And, you know, I won't actually do anything with what I find. I'll just find it. And then afterwards, it's this one here. And I guess we can do this one. It's gonna be in the depths anyway. That's totally fine. All right. So we have that. I would like to avoid going into... I would like to avoid making machinery until it is bloody well timed to do so. So we're going to go to the Skyview Tower. I think that's going to be a lot better for us. And I would love to not have to take a commercial break right here, like a small one. My commercial breaks that I take at odd intervals are never the full-length version unless I'm gone for like 7 minutes or more. But I do have to go shuffle over some laundry. That should take me 90 seconds, maybe? I'm not going to play an ad longer than that. But I do need time to do that. So please, get up, stretch, do whatever you want. Or don't do anything. I'm not your daddy. I'm not going to contribute or pull you up from your own daddy issues. TM, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, I will be back as soon as humanly possible. See you guys after this short commercial break. Sorry about that, everybody. I told you it wouldn't take all that long. Although, the laundry did end up getting shuffled without me, so all I had to do was get my own drink and take my own laundry back to my room, so... Cool. Neato burrito. Let's go skydiving, shall we? We're gonna enter yeah, we're gonna enter both chasms. I want to make sure we've discovered that. Even though, like, we don't need to go through... Oh, no, we technically have entered this. Okay, it's this chasm here we need to probably enter. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna do that. And we're going to put on our glide set. There's more armor. I really do wish that the devs had maybe thought about about adding some sort of, like, armor set saver function or something. Okay, so we need to, like, sail. We need to paraglide a little bit. Paragliding and skydiving is kind of like my favorite thing to do in this game. And you know why I think that is? It's because in real life, I'm actually afraid of heights. I'm like supremely afraid of them. Well, I should say supremely. There are people who have, is it agoraphobia? It might be agoraphobia. But I can stand on cliff sides and look down and be fine, because I'm aware that I can, I can walk, I can turn around and step back, right? But being in free fall is kind of like my worst nightmare. On zip lines where I'm just feeling the full force of G's. I'm citing traumatic incidences in case this wasn't obvious. That's usually how you develop a phobia or a fear of something, is through trauma. That's not always the case, but most of the time in humans, it usually is the case. Alrighty, now we could kind of... I guess we could start removing pieces, right? Yep, we could totally do this. Let me just... Yep, okay, we did in fact do this. One of these. All right. Well, that was a thrilling little bit of a ride. Let's throw in a bright bloom seed, and I think we can go across. After that, we'll throw on, we'll build another bike, another hover bike, and we'll get to gliding through the skies, but or through the air. I don't want to call this sky. Air of the depths. The open space of the depth. Something like that. Netumnet light route. Got it. Okay. After we deal with these light routes, I think I will go exchange. We'll go exchange these lights of blessing. For Is it really? Yeah, you know what? I'll actually hold on. I should look at the depth map for this. Make sure I can get there the way I want. Okay, I can. But asterisk, I might burn alive if I'm not careful. So I think I'm going to go out of order on my markers here and head to this one first. That's just going to be way better for us if we do. Now, I do have like an order in which I'm doing things, and I do intend to do this order, like do things in the canonical order. I went and looked that up ahead of time. But this game is pretty non-linear. You're like, the difficulty curve can certainly guide you toward a place you're supposed to go, but you can do things in almost the same order. You can even borrow the Breath of the Wild, like, clear order if that's what you want to do. It all works. It's all about, did you find stuff to work with? Did you kill enough enemies to make enemies of a higher rank spawn? If you did that, congratulations. You get new weapons which allow you to tackle challenges out of order. If you didn't do that, okay, you be struggle bussing it. Just the whole way through. Okay, it doesn't matter which way I do this, but it would be easiest if I just went to the right, like we went this way. Let's do it like this. Let's give our stuff a second to recover. You do need energy to fly through the sky, but that's nothing new. My stomach is absolutely, like, struggling to contain itself. And, you know, not go grab a plate of crab salad right now. I do wish it were flaked instead of chunks. The flaking made it really difficult to mix together, but or the chunking made it really difficult. But you know what? That's fine. Question: how many of you guys like crab, like imitation crab salad? I said like fake crab earlier, or like some other crab, but it's imitation crab that goes into crab salads. I like to try it again with like the flaked stuff, because the flakes shred easier. But I've had some good crab salad, and then I've had some crab salad where, like, oh gee, this is really just, it feels more like chicken salad if you just swap stuff out. It wasn't, you didn't make it different in some other way that was compatible with the you know, the rest of the ingredients, which is not at all how you do chicken. If you use different meats for a variation of the same dish, you really do need to, like, make sure you don't need to alter any spices or seasoning. If you use chicken, if you use like ground turkey instead of ground beef, for example, you need to add cumin if you want to retain the taste, or it is going to be different. If you're going to use something like venison or duck, you need to realize that, oh, these things are super gamey, and you need to add you know, like actual clear, like fat. You need to actually add fat. Whether stored fat from some other animal, or, you know, you need to, like, use lard or something, I don't know, in your cooking, so, and add some seasoning so it's not completely you know, it's not completely, you don't get the irony taste. That's really what the gamey taste is. I don't know if people know this, but there's a lot of processing that happens after livestock is slaughtered. And some extra stuff is added in order to oxygenate the dead meat that you buy at the supermarket. Whereas stuff like venison or duck regularly don't get these treatments. And so the taste is literally, you know, the blood being sort of drawn up or like absorbed into the muscle. And the taste is irony. Like a metallic taste. That's why. It's the processing. Believe it or not, if we didn't process livestock meat, like at all, you know, it would very much be the same. Like, you know, creatures have blood in them. Like, living organisms have blood in them, or some sort of fluid to carry nutrients from cell to cell. You know, assuming they don't have, like, any sort of, you know, active transport or, you know, other sort of cellular passaging for transporting things from either one cell to another or from one tissue to another. That's usually what blood is for. Well, for blood to carry metal in it, guess what? The protein complex has a metal in it. With humans or red-blooded creatures, it's magnesium. In blue-blooded creatures, I believe it's cobalt. And if you're Vulcan, or you've got green blood, then it's copper. If I remember correctly, I believe that's how that works. So... Oh, I need to be, like, extra careful about this. So the complex of iron, or like the iron complexed protein that's found in blood. Oh boy. Oh, thank goodness. That could have gone really disastrously. I really should put a bright bloom seed on this so that stops happening. I'm gonna do that, even if I don't think there's that much of a reason to do it now. The reason would have been at the beginning of this journey into the depths, but that's whatever. That's fine. Might as well use 2 of them. And let's turn this around. All the way around, Linky. So you get that gamey taste because that you know, metal complexed protein, you know, breaks down, and that's what you're left with. This is a Prox area for sure. And our Froxy friend is over there. He's getting a stamp. You gonna leap over here, big boy? You sure gonna try? So you gotta have something to get rid of all that iron, and that's what the oil is for. the joy of cooking. And if you know your chemistry, and you know it better than I do, of course, you can really cook out just about anything. Even stuff you kind of don't know if, you know, you're willing to do some tests beforehand. I mean, or, you know, trial by error, right? Trial by fire, self-experimentation. I don't encourage that, but we're getting to the point where, you know, people really don't trust experts these days because everything can be spoken for an agenda, or it could be deep faked. And if it can be deep faked, then you can't trust a thing a person says. You have to just find out for yourself. So who knows? Maybe we're gonna find people that know how to cook and eat venom. And by cook and eat venom, I really do mean like venom out of like snakes and stuff. The prevailing theory would be, you know, if you don't have any open sores in your body, you shouldn't die from consuming, you know, the actual venom. Not it entering your... Okay, it also has to be cooked. You gotta, like, prepare it. You can't just consume raw venom without a nearby antidote. But... And I certainly don't recommend that you do that either. Don't do what... like, just don't put me on enough of a parasocial pedestal that... we're gonna put that on. And we're gonna burn alive. It's alright, Link. It's alright, little Linky. You can do it. You can't really avoid it either. And do we... Yeah, we do have some full health food. But we might as well churn through our supplies. It's our big chance to do that. But the theory of consuming venom should at least be a sound one. Do we have... And we did get that light root. Okay, we did get it. Good, 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 good. Oh, they even give you a little bloomed icon to let you know that you've, like, with their name and everything. That's really cool. That's really neat. I love that little feature. Okay, so we have all that. Let's take a minute and return back to Lookout Landing. We're also going to exchange our crystallized charges while we're here. And, I'll probably do a little bit of prep work so that we're not going to Eldin Mountain and have a cutscene play while a commercial is about to go off. Speaking of, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me. I've been saying less of that, and I don't really know why, other than I guess maybe I just don't internally feel the need to say it every hour, and I'm sure that's something people appreciate it, but that doesn't mean that I don't mean that all the time. I do appreciate everyone's company. That really, you guys make my day when you stop by. You really do. You hear that off in the distance, my senators and inductees? That is an ad storm. In about 5 minutes, it'll blow over us, and then we can get right back to the gaming. Thanks. That, my fine friends, is the warning for the commercial break. We have 5 minutes left before that strikes. If you guys I've talked before about the free, easy methods to help the channel out, but if you feel, and of course, I should, before I say that, you know, you guys being here is enough for me, but if you do feel like chucking some change at me, you totally can. Underneath the video player on Twitch at the bottom right-hand corner of the banner, it should say Linktree link or something along those lines. Feel free to click on that. That'll bring you to all the places to, you know, send me money, as well as the Discord and some other stuff. I think I may or may not be able to add the Mastodon link there as well. For you guys on YouTube, it'll be underneath the, or it'll be in the description toward the bottom. There should be a Linktree link. Feel free to click on that. Exactly the same stuff. For you guys on Twitch, there are also all of the built-in avenues, bits, direct donations, subscriptions, all that stuff. Please do feel free to click on and use any of those. All of them are beneficial, absolutely all of them. Thank you so much if you do choose to be financially generous. I have emotes if you subscribe on Twitch. I have, you know, content that goes on to Patreon and Coffee First. I'm working on a whole series to reward my patrons and my coffee members, as a matter of fact. I also... you know, have Discord benefits. Mainly you get to see my thumbnails I make before everyone else. So you know exactly what I'm going to post before I post it. Now, admittedly, this month I've not been very good at that, but I will get back on my horse eventually. It's just life's been kicking me through the teeth lately. The commercial breaks, there's a good time to transition here. The commercial breaks are 3 minutes long. I run 3 minutes of commercial ads. I highly recommend everyone, you know, get up, stretch, take a break. I do exactly the same thing. We all kind of take our break together. There will be a timer in the upper left-hand corner of your video display. When that ticks down to 0, I should be back at my desk, and the commercial break will be over. It'll be over before you know it. If I didn't have to run ads, I wouldn't do things this way, but this is the best way I can think of to do this while structuring my stream in such a way that people are not experiencing FOMO of any sort. Because I don't think that's right. This is not cable internet. This is not cable TV. I refuse to inflict that experience upon anyone, but I also have to straddle that line between shooting myself in the foot on Twitch and, you know, shooting you guys in the foot every time you come over. I have to find that balance, and I think I've done a pretty good job at that. So if you like that attention to detail and you like the way that I schedule my breaks, a lot of streamers don't do that these days, and I totally get it. You're incentivized to pursue ad revenue. I really truly do get it. And the fact that they even have to play ads at all beyond I would like a certain amount of ad revenue is very frustrating. But that's the hand us content creators are dealt. Some of us play it better than others, and I like to think I play it pretty good, in all honesty. So if you like the way I do things, maybe consider following or subscribing on Twitch or YouTube respectively, or, you know, consider chucking some change at me if you like my work. Everything is very much appreciated. I really truly do mean that. Let's quickly exchange 2 heart containers before the commercial break gets us, shall we? I'm probably gonna get got by it anyway. I'm gonna exchange these while you guys are taking the break. You don't miss anything for this. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm back. So hopefully we all got something we wanted out of our commercial break. Again, I do apologize for exchanging those hearts, off camera, or in the actual screen. But I figured that would go over better than I want to extract a little bit of time. I want to get a little bit of time back, and that's like the best way I know how to do it. Okay, so we kind of have, like, there are a couple different ways we could go about this from what I've been told. We can, like, well, actually, our tower is not too far from the stable that's nearby. And in fact, it probably makes sense to do that. And maybe we'll bump into our interesting dilemma in the meantime. I'm not gonna use a hover bike here. Not yet, anyway. Good night. Oh, hello, Mr. Evermean. Goodbye, Mr. Evermean. I'll take that hightail lizard, thank you. There's a silent shroom. We're probably going to see a few Evermeans in the path. Is this an Evermean? Are you an Evermean? Are you an Evermean? 10 points to anyone who just knows the meme or clip I'm referencing. I'm not doing a very good job because I'm not including the voice, but... hello, Addison. Oh, I like that you just, like, have the thing right there. I like that Addison is... This is pretty good. Addison is, doing his best. We just need to stick this on a support, really. That's like our big thing, is we just need to make an L frame. L frame, and then maybe put a thing on the back. At a 45-degree angle. Right there. And that should be good. We just need to get it closer. Alright, let's see if this works. This may need an extra support. I'm putting President Hudson here too. They can't stand here forever. Yeah, sure you do. Try letting go. Unforgivable. Okay, I do in fact need to get it closer. That's too far down. Oh, Addison, hush. Alright, we need... We're gonna stick this puppy on here. That should work now. Let go. It's alright. Yes, now quickly build the A-frame, you dingus. It's been a while since I've seen Mr. Addison. With your help, President, in a sleepover ticket. Nice. We got a whole smorgasbord of cheap little... I'm kidding. The sleepover ticket ain't cheap, but the rest of it is. Eldin Ostrich. I believe we are back. You guys may want to refresh your stream. Because we had a disconnect there just now. Don't know what my OBS is doing. Let me go ahead and just reset the capture card real quick. And hit OK. Let me reduce any amount of processes on my computer. Okay, I have cut all non-essential programs. Good. Okay. Should be good to continue. Got the Eldin Ostrich. What about you? Goodbye, Ostrich. Raw bird thigh. A high-quality piece of meat that's hard to come by. You can eat it raw, but cooking it first will recover more hearts. Oh, I probably need to not be running around every which way, huh? Yeah, especially because, we could be bumping into, fireproof lizards. Because I'm pretty sure those make a comeback from the previous game as well. Is that one right there? That is a smotherwing butterfly. Yeah, we want these. We want to get a lot of them. Why? Because, we need to make ourselves immune to lava. That just needs to happen. I'm sure we could go the correct way. I'm curious what the path they intend us to take is. There's at least there's not a set path running through here. If I could just catch a lizard, that would be so good. Yeah, I got seen. Goodbye, mountain buck. Bet we could get some meat off of them bones. You feeling bucky? Well, are ya, buck? Sorry. I'm definitely not at all a Rolodex of just stuff I've experienced over the years. Then again, if you guys watch Mr. Fruit, I sometimes watch Mr. Fruit. He's like he's played games of all sorts. I've started watching him when he was doing the bizarre stuff, like the bizarre stuff, BAZAAR, like the game that was in early access and then had the whole like expansion pack like controversy stuff, and the guy was supposedly an NFT bro before he made the game and blah blah blah, like the lead dev for that.
Yeah.
We meet again. Good morning. Sorry, everything around here is a bit of a mess. A mess. A big chunk of old ruins fell from the sky and hit the Skyview Tower. It knocked off the lid that covers the hole at the top of the tower. That means the hole at the top is open, and that's not all. After the impact, the door got stuck too. Let's see, maybe if you use the terminal inside, that would force the door back open? But without a way to get inside, we're kind of stuck. We can't lift that. Can we maybe climb up? We might be able to. Hold on. We need to climb. We gotta do that. We don't have a choice here. Maybe along with a movement speed elixir. That ought to get us the distance. If you can't leap, climb. If you can't climb, crawl. And if you can't crawl, well, you know, claw your way with your hands or something. Turn to page 17 or something. Sorry. I'm also a Magic the Gathering arena junkie, and the Liliana Vess voice lines are so good. Hello. Yes, please do climb up that. I was really not looking forward to having to spend energy to fix that little problem, Mr. Linky. This is probably okay to leap through. Yeah, we can leap through. Alright, it's not a sticks problem. Huh? How did you get in there? I was pretty sure you couldn't get that door open without using the terminal. Yeah. This might have conversation, so I'm not gonna skip it.
Oh.
Hashtag not sponsored by Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola. Ooh, I was right. Using the terminal did open the door. Thank you, that was a big help.
Oh.
Now then, I think I'll take a little break before heading to my next job. Yay for revealing the map. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna look at our overworld map and see that our old roads did in fact get sledged over, or, you know, slagged over by lava flows, or cooled lava flows, obsidian. So we need to go this new way to Goron City and not this other way. Da 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 da! We discovered Death Mountain, as well as the sky. But the depths are another story. Okay, enough of that. And I would be completely remiss if we did not take the long way over. Let's walk. We might discover some things in the meantime. You know, let's absorb the game and everything that it has to offer. Let's feel every inch of Hylia's green, gold, and red and white creation. From the bottoms of the depth to the tippy tops of the sky. I want to make sure we see all of it. Besides, maybe some young strapping Gorons will help us. You know, maybe we'll see what these travelers meant when they said the Gorons were acting strange. And we'll need to keep our eyes peeled for lizards as well. Oh, look. Nobody's here. Usually Gorons are the kind of, like, people that would be working right now. They'd be working all day to get an ore to eat. Because Gorons eat rocks. I don't know if people knew that, but they eat rocks. Hot feather pigeon. Yes, absolutely. We need a picture of that. They're probably pecking for lizards or something. That's what I would do if I were a bird. You know, lizards, worms, that sort of thing. If you guys had to be a bird, what kind of bird would you be? I'd want to be a dove or, you know, like a ROC bird, like one of those. I want to either be small and pretty to look at, or huge and intimidating, with no in between either. Just one of those two birds. I do not want to be a frilly little peacock, or some other kind of songbird that has to go into dive bombing to get its mates. I don't know. Just small pretty bird, or, you know, big, beautiful, but also scary bird. Wow, I have not seen a lizard yet. Just pigeons and all other kinds of amazing wildlife. But not literally, and I do mean literally, nothing else. Maybe this is the phenomena, right? Because we're like, why the heck is the mountain not fiery? Why is this place temperate and hospitable? Why? Oh, by the way, I take a completely different approach to these, to this part of the game. When we are doing story mode, we go straight to story mode. We do not stop by and do anything else. We go right to where the action is. No Koroks, no detours unless it's absolutely required, no shrines unless they would help us out in some way, all kinds of stuff. I mean business. Okay, we do have... Here is our first set of Gorons. What the heck? Are you a traveler? You might not want to go to that restaurant over there. You probably shouldn't go to Goron City either. Ever since the marbled rock roast showed up, everyone's been acting funny. Big Bro was so happy to get into Unoboko too, but now it's like he doesn't even care. He feels like a stranger to me. Marbled rock roast? Yeah, they're the yummy rocks that Unoboko sells now. They're like everywhere. You can find them in the caves around here, kind of all over the place lately. Everyone says they're super tasty, but they're so hard and crunchy that us kids and elders can't eat them. Our teeth can't handle that crunch. Unoboko? Yeah, you know, the team that digs up ore around here and sells it and stuff. Big Bro is always feeling proud about the growth in Goron City, saying it was all thanks to Unoboko. But ever since they started selling marbled rock roast, the whole city's been feeling weird. Not even his eyes look the same anymore. It's like he was never my big bro at all. Alright, let's talk to him. The marbled rock roast is sold out here? This is the last of the last? What is Unoboko doing then? They better get on it and dig up more pronto. Digging up marbled rock roast is your job. Come on, cut this out. Once I finish this marbled rock roast, I'm heading to Goron City to buy more. Tool, go get the rupees together. Big Bro, you always wanted to be part of Unoboko and you finally got in. But now you're just sitting here munching. Wow. Here for Cook's famous culinary concoctions too. Recently, I heard about a rare... We had FOMO, we have JOMO, and now we have GOMO. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm literally 5 in my head sometimes. Recently, I heard about a rare delicacy being offered here known as marbled rock roast. I'm told it's indescribable. I interrupted my travels to come try it, but they're fresh out. Not sure edible rocks would appeal to a Hylian, though. Too much tooth crunch. Yeah, I'll say. Normally, there's a menu just for Highlands, but everything's sold out on that one as well. Seems like we're both out of luck, eh? I even made a big detour out this way so that I could come try the marbled rock roast I've heard so much about. To think it'd be sold out. What a travesty. That's impossible. I can believe it. Look, I'm sorry I wasted it, but asking me to bring you another marbled rock roast isn't reasonable. How about this instead? These mysterious things were only discovered after the upheaval. It looks a little strange, I know, but it's a hard curio to come by. Marbled rock roast is in short supply and high demand around here. Everyone wants it. I've barely been keeping up. Letting our oddest commodity go to waste is unforgivable. You can make up for it by bringing me a fresh marbled rock roast. Now get that thing out of my sight. If I was able to get you some, I'd clearly have done it by now. I checked out the caves past the cart tracks just like you told me. I couldn't get at anything. You know, places like that are way too dangerous for a Hylian like me. Not my problem, and I don't want that hunk of junk. I'm not letting you off the hook until you get me a marbled rock roast. Meat for meat. Were you Gorons always this thick? Any way you slice it, this is worth more than one marbled rock roast. Guess I've no choice but to try those caves past the cart tracks again. But how am I supposed to get past the lava? I feel like I should do this first. Oh my god, this is so... the quests have been just so weird in this game. It feels like I should do this. Because, you know, if we get to the end of this and it turned... Like, I can already tell the marbled rock roast is, like, gloom infested. It's got the same color as, like, you know, the gloom patches in gloom puddles that are in the depths. It wouldn't be surprising, you know, given this weird random color on the map. I think it would make a lot of sense if... you know, these were gloom-infested rocks. Like, look at the color of the eyes and everything. That's also the same. Frick! Where's another one? Right there. Give me a picture. Thank you. Ah. Fireproof lizard, here we come. Might as well check it out. Meat for meat. The restaurant chef cook is angry with Metzer for not finishing his meal. He won't let Metzer leave until he brings more of the marbled rock roast ingredient that was wasted. Cook said that marbled rock roast could be found in the caves past the cart tracks. How hard is it going to be to break, though? I kind of wonder about that. Really? It's... super cold or super hot even here? Fine. Fine. It's fine. Let's just grab some real quick and get out. Shouldn't be that hard to find. We've got a meal if we really need it. It's this one. Let me not be too picky. Nope, wrong one. This one right here. Oh, I overwrote that. This is like sediment, right? Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. It's too hot in here. Oh my goodness, we actually have to mine this. No way around it. Oh, no we don't. I'm an idiot. It's literally one of these. I know, I'm trying to be quick. Oh, yeah, I don't know about this. Our internet appears to be having some issues today. Do feel free to refresh the stream again. All right, I gotta get out of here. This is entirely too much for me to handle. Get out. We can't do this right now. We have to do it later. We have to get some yeah, even if I have to burn stamina. 1. That's fine. All right, for now, let's get out of here. I felt like I should give that a try, but in all honesty, that probably just wasn't gonna work right from the start, and that's by design. So instead, we're just gonna skedaddle and go up to the road to Goron City and grab the necessary gear we need to do that. Do. Ooh, we actually didn't speak to the chef at all, but I wonder if he's not just gonna say the same thing. What? Another Hylian? No service for Hylians right now. No exception. You could blame this guy. He went and let a precious marbled rock roast go to waste. So until somebody brings me a marbled rock roast, I'm not offering nothing to Hylians. Yes, marbled rock roast. Best thing since sliced rock. It is the most delectable of rocks, crucial to Goron's survival. I laid cart tracks to the caves to be able to pull in a big haul of it. But now the delivery guy is slacking off, so it's real hard to come by. Anyway, I've got nothing to feed you Hylians with, so scram. Charge. Hey, you mind? That's mine. No, I want. Give me it. Sorry. Oh, look, if I have the chance for Link to be a little rapscallion, I'm gonna take it. Alright, let's get back on the main road and keep going. Maybe we'll bump into some other Gorons as well that I can kind of see the context on. I really do get the feeling that we're just gonna be in, you know, Oompa Loopaville until we deal with... Really? 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 You can run, but you can't hide, ostrich. Need to try to predict where they're gonna go, and that's probably not gonna work super... Yep, it went too far. Alright. Grab the few arrows that I know we've wasted, and let's get out of here. Oh, a normal-looking adult Goron. You traveling alone? I don't recommend it for a Hylian especially. This might sound strange coming from a Goron, but you really ought to stay away from Goron City right now. Cook, who's normally a nice fella, has been turning Hylians away from his bistro. And all the workers over at Unoboko have been slacking off and eating these weird rocks. I heard things had gotten bad at home, so I rushed back. Turns out everything I've been hearing was true. Hold on. You might want to stay away from Gorons right now. Only the ones with red eyes on them. You can clearly tell who's eating the strange, weird marbled rock roast and who hasn't been eating the marbled rock roast. Case in point right here. Gloom seems to affect everyone differently, as it turns out. This marbled rock roast is mine, all mine. Nobody gets a single bite. If you want some of your own, head for Goron City. It's up this path. Yum, munch, munch. Red rocks. roasting on an open fire. I don't know why I'm singing this song, so I'm gonna stop. This is just so stupid. Wow, just the city. The city is like right up this hill. Here, lizards. Oh, fireproof lizards, come out and play, eh? Oh, didn't see you there. I've got fireproof lizards on the brain. So, did you need something? I'm kind of busy. Fireproof lizards? Fireproof lizards are a key ingredient for fireproof elixirs, you see. Fireproof equipment is so pricey that I can't afford it, but fireproof lizards, they don't cost a thing. It seems like their burrow is inside the cave, and that's where I'd like to get to. But the cave is sweltering hot. A Hylian like you or me wouldn't last long without appropriate defenses. Oh, do me a favor, buddy. If you're after the lizards, do you please go catch them somewhere else? They're always on high alert, and they're really sensitive to footsteps. Is it just me, or did that dude have, like, a familiar face? Okay, someone... Really? Stop. One full battery. Goodbye. If you're fast, you can outrun like one, but if you start sprinting through a whole field of fireproof lizards, you have done something wrong. Anything up here? A couple of people. Okay, so that's this guy. We've got... Don't just sit around eating marbled rock roast. Get to work. Just sampling the goods. Weren't you all so excited that Unoboco was going to be building minecart land here? Minecart land? Sorry about all that, traveler. Minecart land is an amusement park that we started building at the request of President Unobo, head of Unoboco. He wanted to create an attraction to draw travelers in, something fun. But lately, all the young Gorons won't do a lick of work, and the project's come to a screeching halt. Unoboco handles everything from mining ore to selling it. We rely on them to keep our economy going. They had big plans for minecart land, but it looks like the grand opening's a ways off yet. Oh, and if it's ore you're after, try going to the company's store up ahead. Or you can get some in the city. Their prices are half of what's normal, so you get a good deal. Who cares about minecart land when there's marbled rock roast to chomp? You're chomping instead of working. At this rate, the southern mine, no, Unoboco as a whole, is done for. If the president hadn't gotten involved with marbled rock roast, none of this would have happened. At this rate, the southern mine, no, Unoboco, is finished. Wow. They really do mean that. That's really sad. Strange, addicting food that is so addictive that people want to eat it instead of work. Sounds like, you know, something right out of a reality TV show where people are too busy doing this and that instead of living a normal life, quote unquote. Oh, we have some materials, so we could do that while we're here. Let us... That's gonna be over here. I want... We have to strike a balance between effect and duration. This is a great time to bring this up. I actually have an ingredient strength guide. If you guys type in on Twitch, it'll be exclamation mark TOTK INGINFO. Yep, TOTK ING INFO will bring you the information for both the ingredient metadata as well as the recipe checklist. For you guys on YouTube, you need to type in very specifically asterisk TOTK ING META. That's TOTK ing meta. And that'll bring you the same like Google Sheets link. Let me see. There should be an effect for this somewhere. That's attack up. I'm looking for fireproof. I don't think there are fireproof foods. I think fireproof is like an elixir add-on pretty specifically. Okay, and here we want Smotherwing butterflies, which we have room for. Decrease that. Increase this. Let's try... I don't know, say frock scotch. We have a few of these. Level 2 flame guard. And this one probably has to be fireproof lizard. Let's try it. 13 minutes. Yeah, let's prepare 3 of these. So the level 1 effect, I'm pretty sure works in every location other than Death Mountain. In Death Mountain, you need the level 2 effect, or it's not working. Okay. So in the meantime, do I want to do this now? I could technically go back and do that. You know what? Let's try it, because I'm not sure the thing with marbled rock roast is gonna be here. All right. Oh, hello, rock like. Ooh, my gut is not feeling good right now. We'll have to see. Ooh, I could feel it undulating right now. I do not like. Oh boy, I don't know what it's from. Oh, that's probably the worst part. I hope I don't have to end stream early. It feels really strong. I think there's a blockage or something. Or like a stricture. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, let us equip things that don't melt and use a fireproof elixir. All right, that should get us. That should let me actually be able to move, you know, uninhibited in here. Let's put this cart here. Oh, we need to flip it over. And then we need to do this. You need to put the thing in the cart. And then after that, we probably want to use a fan here. That's gonna let us get around pretty easily. Before you had to use bombs to actually like create the necessary force. Now you've got fans that you just attach to the back. We have seen a few fans lying around, so I'm pretty sure that's what they're using to move these carts around. Ooh, excuse me. Welcome to Bedrock Bistro, everyone's favorite restaurant here in the mountain. Hey, now that's a marbled rock roast. Hey, you. That marbled rock roast, would you trade it for this? Thanks, I owe ya. Hey, chef, this makes a square? So long as I've got marbled rock roasts, I've got no complaints. All right, Metzer, or Mezzer. I might be Mezzer. I'm thinking it's Mezzer. Phew, help me out of a bind there. You see, I'm a meat man. When I heard this place served a roast to die for, I came running. Little did I know the meat here is actually rocks. This isn't meat or rock, but it's the rarest thing I own. Take it with my thanks. I like the large Zonite church. Oh, before you go, have you heard about the rumored beast? If that creature's really out there, I'm gonna find out if it's edible. When you love meat, it's just what you do. Figure I'll hit the stables to ask around for leads. By the way, we're not strangers anymore, buddy. If you see me out there in the wilds, give me a shout. Until then, take care. I'm surprised you were willing to let bygones be bygones, given the whole thing with, well, really, the whole thing with, trying to steal your charge. Well, let me talk to you. Tasting food is part of a chef's grand work, you know, so until I'm done tasting this here marbled rock roast, the joint's closed. That includes anything on the Hylian menu. Money is no object. It's a shame, but it looks like marbled rock roast isn't on the menu anymore. I took a detour from my travels here and came all this way to try it, but there's nothing to be done about it now. Oh, my apologies for the delayed introduction. The name's Gomo. I travel the world sampling every rock under the sun. I suppose that's why I'm known as Gomo the Goromond. I must ask, have you any flint to spare? Inside some flint is a rare and especially delectable ripened flint. What? If I could have any ripened flint you find, I'd pay you 1,000 rupees per piece. Ripened flint looks like normal flint, and you won't know one way or the other if it's ripened until you try eating it. Cash in on ripened flint. Also, we need to read the text. Oh, yes, there can be no doubt about that. That delicate earthy aroma. You have some, do you not? I've changed my mind. Ripened flint is incredibly rare. You may have 100 flint pieces, and not one yields the elusive ripened variety. If you have 20 or more pieces of flint, please let me have them. Oh, right. Let's check in on this. Bermana the cook whipped up... Oh, that's not correct. It's over here. You handed over the marbled rock roast, and Cook is in a better mood already. Now that Medzer is free to go, he's going to search for the rumored beast the stables are buzzing about. And then we have... Gomo the Goromond will pay 1,000 rupees for ripened flint. It can be found mixed with other flint pieces, but the only way to sort them is through taste, so I suppose Hylians could lick flint to find out. Ripened flint is a true delicacy. If I may have any of your ripened flint, I'll pay you 1,000 rupees per piece. Uh-huh. Here you go. There's no telling whether it's ripened flint until I eat it. How much will you provide me with? Never mind. How much flint do we actually have? I don't want to, do anything with that until I know. We should have tons of the stuff. Oof. I wonder if it's the crab. I hope not, but it could be. My body is really not liking that. I had to sample the crab salad to make sure it tasted right. And it's been like 6 hours. This could be the thing. I do not know. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. It's that stuff in the... I had some vegetables like 3 hours ago. My body is really not liking that. Ooh. Was 300? Okay, you can have 100 of them. Here you go. I got room for 100? The polite way to enjoy it is to roll it silently beneath the tongue, allowing it to dissolve. Oh me, oh my. What have we here? It's ripened flint! Sharp edges that bite at the tongue, a gravelly mouthfeel with particulate that sticks between the teeth. There can be no doubt this is indeed authentic ripened flint. Here are your 1,000 rupees, as promised. I look forward to a stupendous relationship with you. Gomo the Gourmand found some ripened flint amid the regular flint you brought him, and he seemed satisfied. He'll generously pay you 1,000 rupees, and said he'll gladly pay the same amount for more ripened flint. So cool, we bring him 100 flint because he probably won't give it to us on a 20. It has to be 50. It probably has to be 50 or 100. 1,000 rupees for flint. How much does flint sell for?
Saba Saba.
Saba. Are you eating at the restaurant as well? Nope. Well then, aren't you gonna buy me a meal? I'd hate to eat alone. I'm just joking. Please, no need to look so petrified. Even if you were interested, the roast they serve here is not my idea of a romantic meal. I don't even think I can eat it. Yeah, it's too crunchy. Okay. I am going to pray to God that there is not another place I need to go that requires a flame-proof elixir for the time being. We'll do the math. Dang it, I really do need to probably stop running. I do want to get these fireproof lizards. What I really want is the smotherwing butterflies, but that might require me spending time farming for stuff. Ugh. Ooh, I felt a flare up in my collarbone. I might have to cut stream short, guys. I'm gonna do my best, but I think the vegetables I ate were bad. Oh my goodness. Rough. Oh, my sorting is all screwed up. Fine. Whatever video game. It must be like too far gone. I'm finding it hard to concentrate, but it's fine. It's not every day you live through a little, you work through a dose of food poisoning or indigestion, right? Ooh, there's a fashionista here. Hey there. I'm glad to see someone out here. It's been a long, lonely journey. Been a while since I saw another Hylian. Around here, it's Gorons as far as the eyes can see. I've been round to Goron City. I hear that's the place to go if you want fire-resistant clothes. Hopefully they're not too pricey. I get the feeling they're gonna be. Addison, really? You got... Okay, we do have metal up here. Let's do it like this, then. Or maybe it's looked... I'm actually not 100% sure. Oh, I don't want to do this. This is incorrect. I want to stick this at a 45-degree angle. And then tilt this. Oh, are you serious? It has to... Okay.
You hear that off in the distance, my senators and inductees? That is an ad storm. In about 5 minutes, it'll blow over us, and then we can get right back to the gaming. Thanks.
Well, my fine friends, that is going to be the 5-minute warning for the commercial breaks. I do want to thank everyone for hanging out with me today. I really do deeply appreciate that. I should probably just position this like so. And then slide the plate under and see where I need to stick things from there. Really? Alright. We do take commercial breaks around here. What do you want to bet this isn't going to secure itself properly when I do this? Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna have issues letting it go. Oh, never mind. Friction! Yes, secure him with like an A or T frame, like right now. Sorry, this is really affecting my concentration. This whole like indigestion thing is affecting me really, really hard right now. So I think after we see what I want us to see, I think I'm gonna call it early. But the commercial break will be coming up in 3 minutes. Ironically, it also lasts 3 minutes. There will be a timer at the top left-hand corner of your video display when that is all finished, all said and done. You know, the timer disappears, and thank you so much for the follow as well. Much appreciated. Oh, but it was the spam bot, so never mind. Like I was saying, when the timer disappears up at the top left-hand corner of the screen, you know, we'll be back to gaming for however long I can tolerate it. Ooh, stamina restoring seafood balls. This one's a good reward. You did well, Addison. All right. So we made it through here, and then we talked to the Gorons that were, or like the Elder Goron that was watching another Goron eat this marbled rock roast. Oh, except we didn't see these. Hey. We gotta let you in on something. There are some untrustworthy fellows rolling around the city right now. So if you're loaded up on ore, you should probably sell it before you're scammed out of it. We're good, Gorons. We'll take it off your hands for a great price. How about 3 rupees for all your ore? Whatever ore you got. Come on, show us the goods. No thanks. Hey, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Hail! Hail! Let's get out of here. 3 rupees, thank you. You almost got duped there, huh? I sure did. Now that Death Mountain's eruptions have stopped and the lava's cooled, I've been seeing more Highland travelers, which is great, except those two have been swindling travelers by offering to take their ore for next to nothing. After the marbled rock roast started surfacing, everyone around here's been acting strange. So be mindful of any Gorons who've got the marbled rock roast. My name is Rumella. I'm a jeweler from Gerudo Town in the southwest of Hyrule. The ore that Unoboko deals in is in high quality, so I always come here to replenish my stock. If you're open to it, I'll gladly buy your ore off of you for my shop.
Huh?
Wow, rude. I'd never rip you off. Speaking of ripping people off, I'll see you guys after this totally rip-off commercial break. Sorry about that, folks. I am back. I apologize for the lateness. I'm feeling a bit enervated after just a short bit of time with this food indigestion problem. Anyway, where were we? Wow, rude. I'd never rip you off. Well, I guess you did almost get ripped off, so your response is warranted. I'm not going to force you. If you decide you'd like to sell it, then let me know. Right now, I'm low on amber. If you sell me a parcel of 10 pieces of amber, I'll buy them for a little more than you can sell them for at other shops. All right, then. I'm off to Goron City to get more gems. Take care. Since you're speaking to me again, I assume you have ore to sell me? Nope. You won't? Certainly you can sell your ore at any old shop. Amber's getting easier to come by, so the selling price is lower than ever. I'm the only one who put such a high price on amber these days. I wanted to deal with this piece of text here. Ramella the jeweler is procuring ore in Goron City. She says if you give her a batch of 10 pieces of amber, she'll buy them for a high price. Yes, I will sell. Sarkso. Oh, sorry. Sarkso is another expression where I'm from. It means thank you. Kids these days shorten it to Sark. That was very helpful. I'll buy ore from you anytime. Though keep in mind that I'm often looking at different ore for different times, so check in with me every so often to see what I'm looking for. Ramella purchased your amber. If you bring her ore in the future, she will buy it from you at a slightly higher rate than elsewhere. Cool. Let me get a nice, let me get a relatively appropriate shield on. And what do I want instead? A royal boat seems fine. I just want the equipment to look kind of normal for this part. Maybe even garb up. Wow, there's nothing else I need. Buying ore for dirt cheap and then turning around and selling it at a high price. Them's my bros, so smart, rupees and marbled rock roasts. That's all anyone should need. Shoot, we almost had him. We could have squeezed him for every measly rupee he had. We'll squeeze the next one who rolls along, but we got better things to do at the moment. I'm sick of trying to get customers to go inside. It's not nearly hot enough for fireproof gear. Nobody's gonna buy it right now. Up until a couple of years ago, Death Mountain was super active and erupting. It's the reason Goron City was so hot and flowing with lava. A little Hylian like you would have been cooked to a crisp. See, so the stopped volcano and the lower temperatures is in fact the phenomena we're dealing with here. So we always sold fireproof gear for folks such as yourself, but now the only places hot enough for it are caves. Our sales have hit rock bottom. Customer? Only reason I'm still running this place is because Boss Bluto will get mad if I close up shop. If I had it my way, I'd quit and live out my days covered in a massive pile of beautiful marbled rock roast. But then show me what you want to sell. Oh, well, okay. She paid me 10 for 200. She paid double for amber, which makes a lot of sense. And then, I had something else I wanted to dispute the value of. Yes, Flint. I knew there was something else. So our friend Flint, 5 pieces. So that, how many? Okay, so if we turn in 100, we get roughly double if we mine. Oh, so you're not doing it. What are you selling? I hate dealing with customers. Bug pile outside with whatever questions you got. I want your stuff. Goron artisans used flame-resistant rocks to craft these fireproof boots for curious Hylians visiting Goron City. Hey, you doing some work in the caves? Back when Death Mountain was active, this area had tons of lava. Flame-resistant equipment was really popular at the time. Nowadays, the only folks who buy this stuff are Hylian. Hylians are lava lovers who work in the caves for Yunobo Co. So that's why I'm selling it dirt cheap. You'll buy that? It'll be 1,200 rupees. Yeah, we better buy it right now while it's cheap. Thank ya. Armor crafted by Gorons for Hylians curious enough to visit Goron City. It's made from fire-resistant rocks to protect the wearer. If you're gonna work in the caves, flame-resistant equipment would be useful for you. And it's your lucky day. It's discounted right now. You'll buy that? It'll be 700 rupees. Thank ya. Stone headgear made by Goron craftsmen to protect tourists visiting Goron City. As if its flame resistance isn't enough of a selling point, it also covers your entire head. That is not cheap, but we did have more than enough money for it. Thank you. So now we can more or less like go kind of let's talk. Let's get a lay of the land. President Yunobo asked me to start up a new ruby shop, but now's no time for work. All I've got time for is this incredible marbled rock roast. Hey there, you want something? I heard there's some old Goron at Yunobo Co's mineral market, just outside the gate, selling flint. What a joke. Everyone knows marbled rock roast is where it's at. Anything other than that is junk. Munch. Crunch. They sell their diamonds for 1,000. Crane, not you too. And after all my warnings about the marbled rock roast. So everyone's acting funny because of the marbled rock roast that President Yunobo is mining.
Hey.
What are you mumbling about over there? Oh. Oh, hold on. I forgot what my hotkey for this was, so I have to fix that. That is number 2. Right. See you guys after the cutscene.
You all talking about marbled rock roast, are ya? Oh. There's nothing to worry about, in my opinion. Now stop flapping your rock chompers and get over here, Goro! Huh? What could you want? Yo!
Well, if it ain't Link, you're so tiny I barely even noticed you. Oh my god, it's like this is a complete flip on what Yunobo was in Breath of the Wild. Oh my god. Yunobo, what's the big idea talking like that to our esteemed guest? Bluto. Bluto. Or should I say, boss? You really don't know your place, do ya? Slurgo, tell me, who runs Goron City these days? These children. These children, man. God, I'm sorry. They are so sad. They don't want to be here. The adult is upset and the children are sad. Unfortunate. Boko.
Hey.
And Offrack. Who's in charge of Boko? You are President Unobo. You hear that, Bluto? You're not needed around here anymore. You think I'm just gonna sit here and... So, Link, what's your business in Goron City, huh? Princess Zelda, huh? And you're wondering about any strange goings-on? Princess Zelda? I heard she'd gone missing, but you're telling me she's still missing? I mean, it's hard to miss those lovely blonde locks of hers after all. Locks? Does that mean hair? Oh, the lady with hair like that. She's the same one President Unobo talks to about marbled rock roast. Pipe down, you two. You'll keep your traps shut if you know what's good for you. As you can see, Goron City is the picture of peace. My voice just changed. And we can't help with Princess Zelda. So you better shove off. I've got to go get more marbled rock roast. Can't afford to keep her waiting. Unobo, I swear if you bring in any more of that stuff, I'll... yeah, you old timer, don't do anything. I aching back. Welcome back, Mr. Shiny. Good to see ya. I trust everything went smoothly for you. I wish I could say the same. In the game, things are going smoothly, but I'm probably going to end stream real soon because I have discovered that I probably ate some, not great food. And by not great, I mean spoiled. My stomach is not feeling good at all. Like, I literally had pangs during the, section where we were getting some marbled rock roast for Mezzer at the bistro. It literally flared up. I'm lucky I'm able to function with how distracted I currently am right now. So I'll trust you're doing better than that. Mr. Shiny says, I love how Unobo rocks his new outfit. Hey, we haven't had many jokes today. So that's a good one. If we end the stream soon, that's a good one to leave off on. No, stodgy old guy. Sticking your nose in things when you've got your spine to worry about. Slurgo, Offrack. Time to head back to Unoboko. HQ. It's all good, man. Health's the most important. Thanks. I was fine this morning. It's just, sorry. Distraction, is a case in point here. I was fine this morning, and then I heated up the, leftover pot roast vegetables with fixings, and I think that sat a day too long before cooking it, or didn't microwave it long enough, something along those lines, and oh, my body is not letting me hear the end of it. Let's talk to Bluto before continuing. Ugh, that guy. Used to be just a kid following me around crying, boss this and boss that. It was all business as usual around here. Then he created Unoboko, a group of Gorons who work the mines. Once they started digging up all that marbled rock roast, Unobo and all the youngsters changed. Shiny says, as for myself, everything went smoothly. As a treat, you ordered some sushi? Oh, that sounds good. And making tea. Oh, awesome. That is fantastic. I was looking forward to crab salad today. I made it myself. But now I'm not sure my body is going to let me have any of it. It's fine. Crab salad typically needs like 6-ish hours to set, and after that point, you probably have about 2 days to eat it up. So, I hope I develop a stomach for it before it gets chucked out. Good practice for crab salad, 2 days. Tops. And then you gotta chuck it. Sometimes you don't even wait that long. Changed? You heard me. Changed. All due to that strange marbled rock roast Yunobo dug up. Now all the youngsters just sit around eating it instead of working. Why, some of them are even running scams trying to get more marbled rock roast. There's no way he can't see what a mess we're in with it, but he keeps playing dumb. If it weren't for my darn spine, I'd march right into Yunobo-ko's HQ and give Yunobo a piece of my mind. But HQ is in a pain in the neck location, you see. For starters, I'd have to go through the northern mining site. Ugh. In this condition, I can't even ride a cart. What to do? Well, my fine friends, we're gonna have to handle that next time. Let's see if we can spot HQ on a map, shall we? So this would have been the pools. I'm gonna guess... I'm having insects that are bothering me right this second. I'm gonna guess our HQ is probably out here or over here, and I don't know which one. I look forward to finding out. I'm willing to bet it's probably, like, over here. It's got to be closer to, like, the main area. Or maybe it could even be here. All speculation worth considering. I know we normally stream for 4 hours, guys. I really do apologize, but I gotta go. I gotta go, like, rest this off. My body's not letting me have it. Have it easy. Shiny says, Ganondorf making marbled rock roast to control Gorons sounds a lot like opium addiction epidemic in China caused by Great Britain. It sure does sound like that. And I wonder if the devs were inspired by that bit of history. I mean, it's an effective evocation. It does work. And I've noticed that the gloom really doesn't affect too many, like, rocky surfaces. It's usually, like, flat surfaces. So Ganon had to come up with this messed up way to get at the Gorons instead. And it is, in fact, messed up. And if this is what he does to Gorons, or this is, like, the scheme to try to control them, I can't wait to see how he's gonna... what this polluted water situation we've heard about with the Zoras is going to do to, well, the Zoras. You guys have been awesome. I will try to do a longer stream as compensation. I don't know if it's going to be Friday or a weekend stream. It might even be Sunday. But I'm going to try to do something to give back to you guys. I just don't really know what that's going to be yet. Guys, this has been another episode of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Not even gonna, shout people out on Twitch. I'd love to do that, but I'm wanting to go lie down right now. Every fiber of my person is telling me to do that, so I'm gonna listen. My name is Coin. Like to change in your pocket. That's how you could remember me. The coinage stays or goes. Comes and goes, excuse me. The coinage comes and goes, but the prosperity brought by it never truly leaves. Do stay safe. Do take care of yourselves, my lovely senators and inductees. Hopefully this will be a short-lived stint with, indigestion. You guys are welcome amidst my hallowed halls anytime. Thank you, Mr. Shiny. Much appreciated. Do stay safe. See you guys next time. And with that, goodbye.